The health of our parenting practices can clearly be seen or mirrored in our kids' body responses. Let me tell you what I mean. So, in a really safe home that is predictable, that is fair, that listens to their children and tries to understand what's going on for them and sees them and cares about their individual interests and meets their needs, those kids are going to be in the I'm present category. They're going to be able to breathe. They're going to be able to think clearly. In school, their scores will probably be higher. Their frontal lobe will be fully functioning, and they are in a good place in life. And I'm aware, the next step down in the autonomic ladder, a kid's able to set boundaries. So if they see something that they don't like or an experience that they don't like, they can say, I don't like it when you do that, and not be afraid of repercussions by people in power. They can see the other person as an equal, even if they're frustrated with them. They can treat all people with respect, even if they disagree with them. That's I'm aware. Those two top rungs, I'm present and I'm aware, are in the autonomic ladder, they are the parasympathetic nervous system side, which means that all of your blood has gone to your major organs, to your frontal lobe of your brain. Everything is in functioning order. Nothing is in distress. Now, when you move to the bottom two, now we're talking about family roles in dysfunctional homes. I am alert means that child has moved into a family dysfunctional role or a part. In this role, they are an object or someone else is the object. So if a child is very aggressive and angry, that's a protected part. Sometimes they may be called the scapegoat because they complain too loudly and they may disagree with the adults vehemently. They may make choices that are not good for them or anybody else, but it's a protected part trying to have their own voice. Another role could be the invisible one, like I was talking about, but that's going to be down in I can't. And I'll talk about that in a second. Another I'm alert role is going to be the hero. This is going to be somebody who they're intent upon keeping the power person happy, no matter what the cost. That may be themselves. That may be somebody else, but whatever needs to be done to make that person happy, they're going to do. They may sacrifice each other if they're siblings. They may sacrifice themselves and what they actually need and want to make sure that the adult is happy. This is where people pleasing is born. That's a part in the I'm alert phase. And when you move on down, you move into I can't. And now we're talking about a child who is frozen. They may seem to be very compliant. That's the good child or the one who just disappears in the wallpaper, because they always say yes to the person in power. That does not mean that they're okay, and that does not reflect that they're a good child, but all kids are good, but that's the side point. They're in I can't because they are terrified to disagree with the person in power. They are terrified to use their voice. They are unaccustomed to being seen, heard, or understood. Therefore, they disappear. If they're in a social setting, they will not seek attention. They will avoid attention at all costs and avoid social situations at all costs. So if you are an isolator and you avoid any kind of people contact because you are terrified of what that experience is going to be like, you may be in I can't when you move into social situations. So the question I have for you is, what kind of dysfunctional family role or part did you have to play? It's likely that you played many, depending on the circumstance. But what we're going to be talking about more over as time goes on is how to move up into your self-energy, which is the I'm present and I'm aware body response. Now, let me say something. You can't choose. You can't choose which one of these you're in. It's a body response. What you can do is identify what's going to make you feel safer to be able to move up the rungs on that autonomic ladder and be able to move into your self-energy. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.